Hello, hello, hello. I hope this message finds you well. We are working on the water signs at this time. If you're new, welcome, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you, thank you. My information is in the description box. And as most of you know, I am an intuitive reader. I get multiple messages. However, at the end of this read, if it is not in your vibration for you, your wheelhouse, or somebody around you that you are actively involved with, it's not your read. As most of you know, I will read anything that drops, and I just had several that dropped. I pre-shuffled the oracle messages and some of the tarot to save time. I did try to post another video earlier and it failed, so we will have to redo that one either tomorrow or later because I've got to get these done. So earth signs, yours is going to be a tad bit late. So let's see what we've got going here. Water signs. Let's go ahead and begin. So we've got dream messages with autumn. And it's a timing. It's funny. The earth signs spoke to timelines. Anyway, this is autumn timing card. So something significant come the season change, maybe for some of you. It looks like starting over, a clearing, and on a new path. Now, the dream, for some of you, it could be the energy that I'm getting. This isn't going to pertain to everybody, but for a group of you, I am getting it as you feel like you have a almost like a telepathic communication with somebody that you feel, well, that maybe the understanding or the signs and synchronicities seem to line up with them. You feel a deeper connection with somebody, and you're feeling that. So you could be dreaming, daydreaming, lucid dreaming about this individual, but there's a strong bond, a connection there is what I'm feeling. And something about wanting to start over. So there's definitely or has been a separation in the past, but you are definitely getting signs and synchronicities from your spirit guides or from those interactions from the higher self is manifesting into your energy where you are receiving signs. I keep getting signs. You're receiving signs. Well, autumn is going to be significant, and autumn is rolling up relatively quickly. So there is a start over point for you. I'm definitely getting the autumn timing as an answer for some of you. You may have been questioning when the right time. Well, that's how I'm getting the energy. So it looks like you've got grace within chaos. So it might be a little bumpy. Well, I mean, I'm seeing it as you are going to focus on the soft spot. So there's grace within the chaos. You know that there's something coming up that's going to be a little bit rough, but you also know that you need to get through it to get to the other side, to land softly. And you will land softly. I'm seeing that. You will land softly. Because grace will be extended. That's what I'm seeing. This is a cycle breaker from the ancestors. This is you breaking ancestral cycles of, well, I'm seeing it as disruption. So you can apply that to your particular disruption. That's the only way they're showing it to me right now. So I'm not really sure I'm not really sure how it was. It could be in past lives. Maybe if you had a relatively smooth life, then maybe it was past lives. If you've had, a challenging life with friends, family, work, coworkers, maybe being misunderstood, being a starseed, feeling outside of your element, feeling like you're not home, things of that nature. Just know that those cycles, that you're going into a new vibration and things are about to change. Things are going to get a little chaotic. They want me to keep stressing that you will land softly, that there is a particular grace that is going to be, that you will find that sweet spot. That's how I keep seeing it. It's like, well, show them the sweet spot. So you are going to have already a preconceived notion of what this sweet spot is. So that's how I'm seeing it. All right. So we have the Nine of Swords and the Lovers. So this is saying you have anxiety. For some of you, it's definitely a love relationship. There's a partner, somebody you're missing, somebody you're longing for, somebody that is, has caused you or is still causing you restless nights, not being able to sleep well, anxiety, something that you have been stressing over. Looks like, the challenge is addictions. Could be geography, stuck in one place. You're stuck, you're bound, you're obligated. Unsticking would be the solution there. Some of you it is alcohol, drugs, abuse. It's that could be where that cycle breaker is coming in, because that's no longer a part of your life. The cycle has ended with you. So even if it was not you as being the abuser of whatever it is, just know that those around you are free of it. So that's a message for somebody that needed to know if it was the truth, that somebody was clean. That answer is yes. And if it is the cycle breaker for the challenge, what could be your dependency upon others. I'm just seeing it more as being dependent upon a dependency. That's how I'm seeing it. For others, for a group of you, it could be a combination of strategically thinking this out, logistics wise, overthinking. I'm getting it is definitely a challenge with the overthinking. I'm getting it as the long distance and how to proceed. Sometimes you think of something and then, you kind of scratch it. So it's not committing to anything in particular, but I do see that it's mainly because it's going to be chaotic, and everybody has an adversity to chaos, but beautiful things are usually born out of chaos. So you've got that grace, that sweet spot that's coming. So I'm getting a little bit of multiple messages here, water signs. This is going to be Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Pisces, I definitely am getting that, there's definitely an addiction issue in your wheelhouse. Could have been with a significant, or yourself. Otherwise, I just see that that is resolved. For some of you, that relationship will no longer be. For others of you, it's a longing and it's lost, and you can't seem to get over that. So I got a little bit of multiple energies here. Cancers, I just see basically the stress, the anxiety, the sleepless nights. There's definitely quite a few things in your wheelhouse right now, Cancer. And Scorpios, I actually am seeing this as opening up in trust issues for you, not so much as addiction. I'm seeing it more along the lines of opening and trust, and that's how I'm seeing it with you, Scorpios. Okay, so let's move on. We had quite a few that dropped, so you're asking for clarity, signs. Once again, I was getting that from the beginning, signs. So you're asking for clarity, and you have a Four of Swords. You kind of step back from everything, non-committal, well, like a rest period, but I'm seeing it more, you were healing. You were trying to heal. So it's a respite. It's not the hermit energy. It's more of a healing energy that I'm seeing that you step back with. You had that Queen of Cups. It's the emotion. You were rolling with the emotions, and you were drowning in your emotions. Some of you, I'm actually getting you cut off your emotions. I'm getting you cut off your emotions. Some of you feel a little bit colder and disassociated from it. Maybe some of you had to disassociate from your emotions so you could get through your day-to-day. But there are signs and synchronicities that are coming about and playing into your regular, like for some of you, I'm definitely getting a strong telepathic bond. And for others of you, it's definitely, well, there's several things going on in your wheelhouse, and you know what they are. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, if you're not dealing particularly with Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, if you're not particularly dealing with that sign, it's the attributes. The attributes of a Queen of Pentacles is somebody very, invest their time wisely, very practical, reliable, very nurturing, very deeply rooted, very, very intelligent, as far as, they run their house, they very practical kind of person. They deal in reality versus idealism. They're very, very grounded. So that's kind of what I'm getting there. A little bit stubborn energy as well for some of them. One way, and very grounded. You have the Hangman. The Hangman energy is saying that a lot of you are not making any moves. You're kind of standing still. You're looking at all the perspectives, but you're just hanging there. You're hanging there. You got all the time in the world. You're just hanging there. Nope. You got that Autumn card. That's going to be the best time. It's going to be chaotic. So take this time between now and then and look at all the perspectives. You already know that it's going to be a little bit chaotic, whatever's coming up your way. For a lot of you, it's lovers. For some of you, for a small group of you, I am seeing it in your career sector. So not all of you, but for some of you, it may get a little chaotic. For others of you that trust, this is you releasing and opening up, letting all the negative energy just run right out of you. And we have that Page of Swords. Some of you are lurking and spying, not communicating what your real feelings are. Some of you are grabbing an information and think you know. Once again, they're showing me the perspectives. They're showing me the perspectives. Active listening means, you know, for me, active listening means asking questions, making sure that you're on the same page. Explain it to me. What did you mean by that? How's that making, how did that make you feel? Asking, well, this is how I saw it. Is this how you meant it? You know, active listening is a very important skill. Active listening is also showing somebody that you're actually engaged in the conversation and that you actually care. It is a two-way conversation. I feel the need to say that. So let's see. Spirit, can we sum this up? So we have the Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow-moving energy, but it's courage, it's Jupiter, expansion, it's good luck, it's good fortune. So once again, I'm seeing that sweet spot. That sweet spot. Well, you know that's going to be chaotic. You know, you got a little bit of shakiness coming up. Got a little bit of shakiness coming up. But you know that there's a sweet spot. So that should help you. That should help you right there. You got that. For some of you, I'm really getting a very strong bond with somebody. A very, well, it's really strong. It's really strong. And you're seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities that you can't dismiss, because I see some of you have tried to dismiss it. And for you Scorpios, I'm definitely seeing an isolation that you definitely are trying to figure out. You know, for some of you, Scorpios, I'm actually seeing whether or not you should pursue it. I don't feel that it's reciprocated. Well, I don't. I'm not making your decisions for you, but it's the energy that I got was not reciprocated, Scorpio. There's a trust factor, and it's blinking certain lights on you. And we've got the Empress. And the Empress, what she is she is birthing the spiritual into the physical. You've got the High Priestess, that is, you know, the mysteries, the synchronicities, and the signals you've been getting. Well, what's happening now is she is communicating with the High Priestess, and she is birthing all that into the beginning, into the physical. So for some of you, it's very, you know, expressing it through finding a creative way to express how you really feel. Whether it's a poem, lyrics, art, you know, being creative, phone call, text message, humor, you know, well, there's tons of ways to be creative. Could just be an invitation, you know, but I see that it's at that birthing. And once again, grace in the chaos, and that you always have that sweet spot, that baby, that new beginning, that new life that you have, that opportunity right there, you know, that you birthed into existence. Comes with a lot of pain, people. If you're a female and you've had children naturally, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you are a male, you do not know. You may think you know, but you do not know. And let's just say it's that sweet spot. It's that grace in the middle of the chaos. And it makes it the easiest thing to forget. So all this chaos is really going to be forgotten because you're going to get to experience the sweet spot. And for some of you, I see that chariot. I may not have pulled it, but I'm seeing that chariot coming. And you're going to find that balance. And then that wheel of fortune is going to turn in your favor. I see it. Right now, you're just going through the birthing process. You're birthing what you asked for. Well, you did. You asked for it. And since you asked for it, it's going to be delivered. Might not exactly be the package you thought it would be, but it will be that sweet spot. So I'm going to go ahead and end that here, and I hope you all land softly. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all.